Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Blue Jays versus Mets Major League Baseball matchup on Monday, September 9th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Just go to Pickdawgz.com, click on the premium picks tab. I've also got a link directly below this video in the description. If you make bigger bets, you have that big bankroll, $10,000 or more, looking for those VIP style packages. We offer those as well. You just got to text the number you see on the screen. These are custom made concierge packages. And like I said, you need that big bankroll to make it work. But if that's what you're looking for, text the number you see on the screen. But let's get to it. Blue Jays taking on the Mets. The Blue Jays last place in the American League East, playing for pride at this point. Meanwhile, the Mets playing for the National League wild card. They have put themselves in the driver's seat for that number 3 spot. And I'll tell you what, they didn't luck into it, back into it, or anything like that. They've played really hard. And I think the best Mets teams that we've ever seen, in history have always been these teams that have made late season runs, have kind of been the miracle Mets, right? And it's like, how many miracle Mets have we seen? The 86 Mets, 69, the 69 Mets, right? It's like, these are the best Mets teams that there's been, and I'm not saying like that this Mets team is historically as good as like a Tom Seaver, Nolan Ryan, Jerry Koosman type rotation, but at the same time, you got to admit these guys are absolutely red hot. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays, a disappointing season. They knew it, at the trade deadline. A lot of rumors surrounding this team about unloading and disbanding, all of their top name talent. They didn't really do that. They got rid of a few players, but really none of the big names on this team. Chris Bassett gets the ball here for the Jays. He's having, one of his worst seasons that I could even remember. He's been way hittable this year. Remember, he was on the Mets last 2 years ago. So, it's not like, they don't know him or haven't seen him, but Bassett has a 4.30 ERA on the season. He hasn't had an ERA this high since 2016, the year that he got hit in the face with the ball and missed, most of the season. I think that, and it really is like a full run higher. So is it, a full all-out regression by Bassett, or is it just, a blip on the radar? Anyway, you slice it, it's a 4.00 ERA over his last 3 starts. We look at the Mets, Paul Blackburn on the bump. Of course, he was traded to the Mets from the A's, and this is a guy that certainly has done more with less throughout his career, because we've seen him on the on the A's, not a very good team, and here he is on the Mets, a team that's making a run at a playoff spot. But the thing is, we haven't seen Blackburn in a while. The last time we saw him was on August 23rd, and he gave up 5 earned runs in that game at San Diego. He's been off and on, really, in his 5 starts with the Mets. It's a 5.18 ERA, 21 strikeouts. He's allowed 4 home runs over 24 and a third, 7.62 over his last 3 starts. But like I said, he's been out for a while and making his first start in about 3 weeks. We look at the way these teams are hitting the baseball coming into this game. The Mets just simply have been red hot, and I think a lot of situational hitting, along with just the way the team is going, versus right-handed pitching. The Mets are hitting 246 over the last 10 and 230 versus lefties. So really not knocking it out of the park type numbers there, but the bullpen with that 1.76 ERA, all they got to do is keep it close. And like I said, situational hitting sometimes more important than the overall numbers. The Blue Jays are hitting righties at 299, and the bullpen, though, at a 4.76 ERA. Well, Blackburn, like I said, has been absolutely awful recently, but, we haven't seen him, all that recently. So he's coming off the rest. I have to believe he's going to be better. And just the way the Mets are playing, boy, sometimes in baseball, you got to just ride the momentum. And I think I'm going to ride the Mets in this one. And that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.